They didn't see the shift in the air, how the words got slick, how the room grew tight with judgment. They smiled, but the spirit felt different, and I couldn't match the energy. But something whispered, be still. See, I've learned not every fight is mine. Not every wound needs explaining, and even when I couldn't name the attack, God already saw it. He saw hearts turning, motives twisting, plots forming. Before I ever walked in, He sees me. When I'm quiet in the chaos, when I carry what no one else knows, He sees me. When the storm surrounds my name, but my spirit stays composed. Not just the pain, but the purpose. Not just the weight, but the worship. He sees me, and that's how I know I'm never alone. I had every right to speak, I had every reason to defend, but peace came my cover, and when pride tried to rise, He showed me who I was, not in the eyes of critics, but in the light of His truth. While others watched the surface, He saw the sacrifice beneath it. Saw me choose grace over proving a point, saw me stand still while He handled what I couldn't see. And I'm not bitter, I'm better, 'cause I was never unprotected. He sees me. When I'm quiet in the chaos, when I carry what no one else knows, He sees me. When the storm surrounds my name, but my spirit stays composed. Not just the pain, but the purpose. Not just the weight, but the worship. He sees me, and that's how I know I'm never alone. It took time for me to stop needing validation, to stop chasing explanations, to realize that the one who matters has never missed a moment. Not the meetings behind closed doors, not the shift in tone, not the days I held back fire just to keep my peace. He saw it and He honored it, and He stayed near. I don't need the spotlight, He's already watching. I don't chase approval, His love is enough. They missed the battle, but He marked every moment. He saw it all and still chose me for more. So I walk in the quiet, but I carry a roar. He sees me, and I'm stronger than before.
It wasn't loud, it wasn't pretty. Didn't look like Sunday morning praise. I was folded in the hallway, silence filling up the space. No hallelujah on my lips, just the weight of what I couldn't fix. Trying not to drown beneath the questions. Too worn to fight, too tired to wish. But you didn't need a choir or a melody. You met me in my shadow so carefully. Not once did you turn away from me when I cried, when I cried. I didn't think I was worth that kind of love, the kind that meets me in the middle of the shifting, the kind that sees the ruin and still redeems, who calls me higher but never leaves me waiting. I had guilt stacked up like towers and prayers I never dared to speak, but you read the language of my silence and called it holy even when I was weak. But you did a choir or a melody. You met me sat with me in my disorder. Didn't flinch at the mess in the room. Taught me that healing isn't tidy, and deliverance doesn't always come soon. But you'd need a choir or a melody. You met me in my shadow so carefully. Not once did you turn away from me when I cried, when I cried. There's no audition for your compassion, no resume for grace. You don't require me to smile before you make a place. You come without armor, without judgment, without sound, and still somehow your presence is the loudest thing around. But you would need a choir or a melody. You met me in my shadow so carefully. Not once did you turn away from me when I cried, when I cried.
The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. You heard me.
I've been reading less, praying less. Feels like I'm running on empty at best. I serve in church, but I'm still feeling dry. Lifting my hands while I'm asking God why. Been battling thoughts I don't say out loud. Trying to find you in the middle of the crowd. Ashamed of the times I've slipped and fell. Preaching to others while I'm not well. There's a war between my spirit and flesh. Wanna do right, but I settle for less. And I wonder, Lord, can you still use me when I don't even trust what I see in me? But you said you'd work all things for good, even when I'm stuck in the place I stood, even when I wander off track. You've got a way of pulling me back. Even when the fire feels dim, you're still working it out again and again. They told me to have faith and believe, but no one warned me it'd feel like grief. Prayed for healing, but the pain stayed. Asked for peace, still felt afraid. I've carried guilt I couldn't shake, thinking you were done with my mistakes. But somehow grace keeps showing up, even when I'm the one who gave up. Been wounded by people who said they were yours, judged for my past, locked out of doors. But I'm learning now, you're not like them. You see my scars and still call me friend. You're working all things for my good, even when I'm not where I should. Even when my faith runs low, you're faithful, steady, you never let go. Even when I doubt where I stand, you're still working it out with a patient hand. You're the God of the comeback, the God of grace, still calling me even in my disgrace. You use the broken, the weary, the weak. You find the lost and you still speak. Through silence, failure, and delay, you're writing purpose out of my pain. All things things working even when I fall. Even when I question it all, you take the mess I try to hide and turn it into holy inside. So I'll keep walking, I'll lift my hands, 'cause you're still working it out like only you can.
I've been feeling like I'm losing time, moving fast but falling behind. All these people counting on me, and I can't even trust my own mind. I pour out love but don't feel seen, holding up others while I'm unraveling. Sunday I serve, Monday I break. Lord, how much more can this body take? I prayed 3 times for you to heal it, to feel the weight, the thorn, I conceal it. But you didn't take it, you spoke instead. My grace is enough even when hope feels dead. I thought strength meant staying quiet, holding back tears just to look whole. But now I see that you move highest in the depths of my low. When I'm weak, you stand tall. When I break, you catch it all. You don't need me to be strong to prove you've been here all along. So I'll boast in every bruise. That's where your power moves. When I'm weak, when I'm weak, you show up true. Got friends who ghost when life gets real, and family that don't know how I feel. Doctors say we'll keep watching this, meanwhile I can't afford the script. I've been the strong one for too long, wrote songs to bleed but stayed headstrong. But this storm's been teaching me to breathe, to stop trying to outwork your peace. You didn't promise to erase the fight, said your power shines through the night. So I'm leaning in, hands lifted high, letting go of my need to always be alright. I thought weakness made me broken, but now I see the truth unfold. You don't wait till I'm all together, you love me right in the soul. When I'm weak, you stand tall. When I fall, you hold it all. You don't need me to pretend, to prove you're faithful to the end. So I'll praise in every wound, that's where your strength breaks through. When I'm weak, when I'm weak, you carry me through. Cause I won't hide these scars no more. They're the proof you've carried me before. Your grace, it holds what I can't do. In my weakness you come through, so I'll stop running from this thorn. It keeps me close, keeps me real, cause when I reach my end, that's when you begin. And I've never known you more than when I'm weak within. Oh, when I'm weak, you are strong. You carry me home. There's a groaning in this frame, like my soul remembers home. This body feels like a borrowed coat that I was never meant to own. But I carry on in reverence, though I cannot yet behold the dwelling made in heaven, not by hands but by the Lord. I live by faith, not what I see, though grief may cloud the way. The Spirit marks me for what's to come, a dawn beyond decay. So I press on with purpose, not chasing earthly gain, but to please the one who raised me and will clothe me once again. For the love of Christ compels me, not fear, not pride, not shame. Since one died, then all have died, and in him I am not the same. He rose that I might rise again, no longer mine to be. I walk in his reconciling love, for he now lives in me. I no longer see through flesh alone, the mirror light for years, but now I see a soul remade, still trembling yet sincere. I was once estranged, confused, an enemy by thought, but mercy ran ahead of me and bought the peace I fought. He gave to me a holy task to carry heaven's word, that God through Christ restores the lost. Let grace and truth be heard. So I don't beg for heaven's favor, I live because it's mine. A new creation in his name, redeemed by love divine. For the love of Christ compels me, not fear, not pride, not shame. Since one died, then all have died, in him I am not the same. He rose that I might rise again, no longer mine to be. I walk in his reconciling love, for he now lives in me. He made him who knew no sin to be sin on our behalf, that we might become God's righteousness, the trait that changed my path. So I won't waste this holy call, nor hold his grace in vain. Each breath I take is testament to the Lamb who bore my name. For the love of Christ compels me, it's deeper than a song. It shapes the way I suffer and how I carry on. I live as an ambassador